Oh,
We didn't
yeah.
get into it a ton, but let's get into some of the Derrick White minutes. We've been critical of him, and we wanted to see more of him. And Sherrod, you touched on it a little, but go a little bit deeper. I'll take this D White every single night, and you can have the draft picks.
This was the best I've seen him play in meaningful game, meaningful minutes where there was something of significant value at stake. This was a great game by him, and it wasn't just the fact that he was scoring; it's the fact that he was confident. Like I didn't cringe not a single time when he took a shot tonight, and I don't know if I've had that feeling with him when he shoots. Uh, and he was so confident with every shot. This is the Derrick White that if they're going to get to the NBA Finals, they're going to need to see a lot of. They're going to need this guy because right now this series has shown us, and maybe it's just a matchup. I'm not sure what's going on. But Peyton Pritchard is not giving you anything. He has been just a notch or two above unplayable at this point.
Pretty close.
And it's sad because there was an opportunity he had in this game where I think the Celtics were up. Yeah, they were up by one. Tatum drives, kicks to him for what could be a 3-pointer that would make it a 4-point game and really put Milwaukee in their backs. He misses the shot, go the other way. I think Pat Connaughton nailed the three. Milwaukee's up by two. And that sequence should never happen. Your job, if you're him, is to make open shots. You're one of the best players on this team in terms of shot making. And when your best player puts you in position to take open shots, you got to cash those in. He's got to be better. But give Derrick White all the credit in the world. His defense was on point, scoring, driving, and he's one of the better players at Ashley Down. I think about it, getting into that mid-range real estate. That's his game. And if they're willing to give him and the rest of the Celtics that real estate to shoot, he's going to be a guy that I need to play more if I'm Ime because he's going to take that shot. And more times than not, he's going to make it because, again, if they're giving him wide open mid-range floaters and shots at the rim or at least close to the paint, he's a guy that can knock that shot down. And he's a guy that looks for that shot.
And you would like to see it more consistently. I think he got in his
You
own
would.
head with some of his misses, but I thought he'd be able to score closer to the basket a little bit more, whether it was through the floater or just being able to get in there because he's a larger guard. And
Right.
sometimes he'll just be able to, get into the paint against somebody, who's smaller, who's trying to defend him. And that was one of the great things about it is you have so much size when you're putting him out there, along with your long wings and this and that. That you'd find some matchups. I thought he'd just have an easier time. One of the thoughts about Derrick White was, with all of the attention being placed on the other guys, he'll be kind of free. Nobody's going to pay attention to him. And they haven't, but he just hasn't hit his shots. I mean, it's as simple as that. The Bucks will give him every single shot that he wants there.
Other things, John. Come on. Don't get started. Don't get us started again.
I hate Jimmy.
You don't know ball.
How many Celtics fans are pissed when Derrick White scores because they can't use the old? Yeah. He does other things. He doesn't need to score.
He didn't. I liked it better when he didn't score.
I liked it when I could actually you.
This team can still play defense deep into its roster, whether it's White out there, and White held opponents to 0 for 12 shooting tonight. A huge game from White. You had other guys out there defending Smart. Ultimately, they went smaller with Pritchard and still defended, and then they got Brown back in there and still defended. So they can defend throughout the different
D. White
lineups.
closed it out instead of two bigger bodies without Grant really playing in that fourth quarter. So
that 3-guard lineup. I was telling Bobby, I'm like, how long do you go with this? Like, I get they're hot right now, but you guys
I'm
start
surprised
bringing in Jalen soon. Yeah.
You talk about Ime and adjustments. I'm surprised. I thought Grant was going to be coming into that game, and he didn't, and that ended up being the right call.
We didn't play well, and White did. I was talking to Joe Sway.
Yeah,
I was talking to Joe Sway in the second half, and he was like, "Oh, they're going at White a little bit," and I was like, "He's holding up out there." Look at the numbers after. I didn't get a feeling that he was holding opponents for 0 for 12, but he really does hold his own on that end of the court and can switch. I'd say 1 through 4 against a team like Milwaukee when they're going small. Not going to defend fives, not going to defend Giannis, but he's another guy that can go out there and defend almost every position on the court for them. Took the easy shots, Ime said. Decent offensive night from him, better than the ones he had in Boston. And he really bounced back in a big way these last 2 games. I know I posted the video of him missing everything in warmups, and everyone was going nuts before game 3. But Ime said, just like I said, Ime said, it's not all about the offense here. There's a lot of other stuff.
We know. Yes, we know. But yeah, it's some offense is nice as well.